welcome back. Today we are going to dive more into calling in the life you want, calling in your future self. So to begin with, when we talk about manifesting, Buddha once said, just as we can know the ocean because it tastes of salt, we can recognize enlightenment because it always tastes of freedom. The thing is, we create emotional reactions based on past experiences that feed our body's responses. So we believe that this experience is happening continuously over and over again. And we become trapped in ways of being and behaving and thinking just based on a story that we relive day in, day out, every day. We can literally change the program by changing up our regular routines and by beginning the day with a new set of beliefs, tell ourselves. Otherwise, the mind just goes into a default mode and we just repeat the same shit into a different day, right? And if your state of being is in the past, you will relive your problems day after day. And we just wake up every day and put on our problems back on our shoulders like an old coat, comfy coat. And we do this by remembering the first thing as soon as we wake up, all the problems we have. And then we connect an emotion to them, which then begins the process of reliving same shit, different day. Okay. Problems reaffirm their identity through their problems, and the problems that are memories that are etched into our brain. I hope that makes sense. We become conditioned to believe that these problems are true. So we keep them just because we believe them. We think that they must be true. So in order to be conditioned into this identity, you turn it into a reality. And to do that, you need an image or a memory, and you need to attach that memory to an emotion, which we call a stimulus and a response. And now you have it. You have conditioning that says who you are, what you are, where you are, and why. So your personality is made up of how you think and how you act and how you feel. Your personality creates your personal reality. So when we are looking at shifting and making changes in our lives, there's going to be a period of time where it feels a bit uncomfortable. And we can call this period of change the Graceland. And it can be quite scary stepping away from the past and changing our thoughts and leaving old patterns that have been our default mode. It's automatically what we always fall into. And the default mode is our patterns of thought and behavior that we've become used to or familiar with. And it's not that this is right for you, it's just that this is what you're familiar with. So we need to allow ourselves the space of Graceland to grow and put on the new coat of our new way of being. So how do we create our best life, the life we want that feels out of reach a little bit, right? So there's some steps that we can take. There's 7 steps I've got here, and these are experts that have developed these steps from Joe Dispenza and other great scientists and philosophers and the greats in the world. So I've put these 7 together from the research that I've done, and that's worked for me and other people who have come through this program. So the first thing is to listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Get out of your head, listen with your heart. And so to do that, we need to get out of our mind, drop into heart space, and take the time you need to listen to your heart's desires. And whether that means just tuning in and asking yourself what truly matters, what's important to me, what's really important, not what's important to what society and my family and the influences around me, but what's truly important to me? What does my heart say? Next step is to find the space within you that feels like peace. From a place of peace, we can literally visualize and ask for anything. Peace is also the easiest space to access when you are looking for that stable place in your life. So breathe, and release and repeat. Breathing will help bring you into that space of peace. The third thing is to dream the dream that you want for your life and get really specific, okay? When your mind is saying, no, that's ridiculous, that could never happen, you can't do that. Just stop and find your heart center and move back into your heart space. Does your dream raise some resistance in your body? That's a good thing because that's a clue that will tell you about what are you believing to be true. So ask yourself about that resistance and investigate, where is this coming from, whether it is true for you or not. Resistance is what stops you from achieving and calling in the life you want to have. So number 4, design your life. You get to do that. Everything in our world has come about from great architecture and design to make those things come into a reality. And everyone bases their decisions on what their priorities are. One person's priorities are going to be different from another, right? Because we're all different. Get clear on what is really important to you. And a good place to start is to consider your personal values. And so you can do that by just writing a list of your priorities. What things in your life can you not live without? The other thing that is really important is to create a 10-year goal. What sort of person do you want to become personally and professionally? What sort of gifts and talents do you want to bring into the world? And what sort of gifts and talents do you have that you want to really focus on and work on developing? Having a 10-year goal just might seem way off. Okay, I'm the sort of person that likes to live for the moment as well, but it does help when you are traveling your road in life, and you might feel a bit shaken, of course, from time to time, because that's what happens when we're on our journey. And you can simply close your eyes, remember your goal, and that will help guide you and reassure you that you're probably where you're meant to be in your life right now. It's a wonderful way of grounding yourself back in when everything else seems to be falling down around you. And that happens sometimes. Number 5, have people in your life that are your people, that support you in facing your true North Star. Supportive people are really, really important. The times in my life where I've kept within my vortex of truth is when I've had support around me. So find your people. Number 6, get really familiar with yourself. Expand your learning, read your books, listen to podcasts, learn from others, and also take time to just be with you and experimenting, having fun, painting, drawing, get creative, take photos of things that you love and keep a record of it. This is how you can get more familiar with your own inner world. Try going inwards and just reflecting through creative writing, automatic writing. Look that up if you've never tried that. That really helps to hone in on the wisdom of your soul. Begin journaling, discovering more of the wonder that is you. What makes you happy? What parts of your life are an obligation? And what parts of you are you living for someone else? What parts are you feeling resentful about? Start taking a record of these things. The number 7 is gratitude. Of course, we can't leave gratitude out. Gratitude is the emotion of receiving. So your body does not know the difference between the experience and the state that emotion has, that you are fabricating by the emotion alone. It's in that moment that the body is believing it is in that future already. So when this happens, you're beginning to remember your future. And biologically, it is the same as remembering the past. So when we're in the ultimate state of receiving, you have a clear intention to what we want to receive or how we want the future to be, and then combine that state of feeling as if you already have received. That's the state of gratitude. We are wired to be creators. So that's when the magic begins. So we can call in our future using the matrix. We no longer have this internal begging for change. We already believe it's happening. Our hearts to burst full of oxytocin and serotonin that we are so contented about our great life. And what begins to happen is this magical moments of serendipity and synchronicity. And when these magical moments happen, it just confirms to us that to keep going, sparks our fire, to get excited again about our future that we are living right now. And these moments are like wonderful signs from the universe that we are on the right track. So there are the steps to living your best life, and that is how we do it. 7 steps. If we did these 7 steps every day, that consistency builds momentum, and that's how the unfolding of your best life truly begins. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.